Have you ever picked up your phone for 5 minutes, and suddenly it's midnight? You tell yourself, just one more video, but one more becomes 10. 10 becomes an hour. An hour becomes another wasted night, and slowly, your dreams are replaced by scrolling. Tonight, I want to tell you a story. Not about waking up at 5 a.m., not about extreme discipline, not about some overnight miracle. This is the story of a man who didn't change his mornings. He changed his nights, and that changed everything. Daniel was 29 years old. He worked at a call center in a noisy office building. Every day was the same. Thank you for calling. Yes, sir. I understand your concern. Let me check that for you. 8 hours of polite conversations. 8 hours of solving other people's problems. But when the shift ended, his real problem began. He went home, tired, mentally drained, emotionally empty. He would drop his bag on the floor, sit on his bed, and tell himself, I deserve to relax. He picked up his phone. Just 5 minutes. That was always the plan. 5 minutes turned into social media. Social media turned into short videos. Short videos turned into endless scrolling. At 11:47 p.m., his eyes would burn. At 12:32 a.m., he would whisper, tomorrow I'll do better. But tomorrow never came. Daniel had a dream. He wanted to become a graphic designer. He loved art. He loved colors. He loved creating things that made people feel something. He had even downloaded free design software months ago. But it sat untouched on his laptop, because every night, instead of building his future, he escaped into his phone. An escape feels good. Until you release, you are running from your own potential. One evening, something small happened. His little sister, Mia, was sitting beside him on the couch. She was 12, curious, observant, honest. She looked at him and asked, why do you always say you're tired, but you're always on your phone? Daniel laughed. I'm just relaxing. She tilted her head. But you look stressed. That sentence stayed with him. You look stressed. He thought scrolling was relaxing. But his body was tense. His mind was scattered. His sleep was broken. He wasn't resting. He was distracting himself. And distraction is the most comfortable prison in the world. That night, something different happened. At 8:58 p.m., Daniel looked at the time. He felt the usual urge, the reflex, the automatic reach for his phone. But instead of opening an app, he did something strange. He turned the phone off. Not silent mode, not airplane mode, off. The screen went black. The room became quiet, too quiet. He felt uncomfortable, almost anxious. What do I do now? Without noise, without stimulation, without endless content feeding his brain. He sat there, restless. That was the moment he realized something powerful. He wasn't addicted to entertainment. He was afraid of silence. Because in silence, you hear your own thoughts. And sometimes your thoughts ask uncomfortable questions. That night, Daniel created something simple. He called it the 9 p.m. lock rule. The rules were clear. At 9 p.m., phone off. Wi-Fi router unplugged. 2 hours of focused work every night. No excuses. No, just 5 minutes. No negotiations. The first week was hard. Very hard. His hands would reach for his phone automatically. Phantom vibrations. Imaginary notifications. His brain craved dopamine. He felt bored. He felt restless. He felt like he was missing something important. But what he was actually missing was control. On night 3, he almost gave up. He turned the phone on. The screen lit up. Notifications exploded across it. Messages, videos, updates. His thumb hovered over the screen. And then he remembered Mia's voice. "You look stressed." He turned it off again and opened his laptop. He started small. 30 minutes of design tutorials. Then practice. Simple logos, simple shapes, terrible colors. His first designs were embarrassing. But something strange happened. At 11 p.m., instead of feeling guilty, he felt proud. Not because he was good, but because he was trying. And trying is powerful. Days turned into weeks. Rhythm. Every night at 9 p.m., the world disappeared. No notifications. No notifications. No scrolling. No noise. Just focus. He began to understand something important. Motivation is unreliable, but systems are powerful. He didn't rely on feeling inspired. He relied on a rule. 9 p.m. lock. After 30 days, he noticed something. He wasn't as tired at work because he slept earlier. His mind felt clearer because he wasn't flooding it with random content. He started bringing a sketchbook to the office. Instead of scrolling during breaks, he practiced drawing. Small improvements, small confidence, small wins. At 45 days, he created a fake portfolio, logos for imaginary companies, brand designs for businesses that didn't exist. He uploaded them online. He didn't expect anything. "I like your style. Can you design a logo for us?" The payment wasn't huge, but it was real. For the first time in his life, Daniel earned money from something he created. Not from answering calls, not from following scripts, from skill, from focus, from 2 hours a night had used to belong to social media. At 60 days, his confidence changed. He spoke differently. Because discipline builds identity. He was no longer a tired call center agent. He was become Ingo, designer. And identity is everything. One evening, Mia walked into his room again. She saw him working, sketching, adjusting colors, smiling slightly. "You don't look stressed anymore," she said. Daniel smiled back. "I'm not," because he wasn't escaping his life anymore. He was building it. Here's what most people don't understand. Success is not about dramatic change. It's about protected time. 2 hours a night. That's it. 2 hours multiplied by 60 days is 120 hours. 120 hours of focused effort can change your direction. But most people donate those hours to distraction. And then they wonder nothing changes. Daniel didn't wake up earlier. He didn't attend expensive seminars. He didn't wait for a mentor. He built a boundary. 9 p.m. Lock. Focus. Repeat. Months later, Daniel reduced his hours at the call center. Freelance work increased. His portfolio improved. Opportunities expanded. All because of one small decision: turning off his phone. Let me ask you something. What if the life you want is hiding behind the habit you refuse to break? What if your biggest opportunity is buried under endless scrolling? You don't need more motivation. You need one rule, one boundary, one protected block of time. Tonight at 9 p.m. When your hand reaches for your phone, pause. Ask yourself, am I building my future or escaping it? Because your life will not change on you feel inspired. It will change on you feel tempted and choose discipline anyway. The difference between who you arraigned, who you could become, is hidden. The hour Sue, give away. Turn it off. Sit in the silence. Face your thoughts. Build something small and repeat. Your future is not waiting for a perfect morning. It is waiting for a protected night. If this story spoke to you, remember this: distraction is easy. Discipline is uncomfortable, but regret is the heaviest feeling of all. Choose wisely tonight. Your 9 p.m. decision might be the turning point of your entire life.